These, holy, okay. So Audeze, this is the company. If you're new here, hi, I'm Zeospantera, the host of Z Reviews, Inner Fetish, Z Cooks, Z Second, fucking bunch of shit. This company, you don't know. So if you're looking for a gaming headset, number one, I'm glad you found me at some point. But number two, I'm going to tell you about this company, because this company makes high-end bullshit headphones. They're not bullshit. They're actually really good. Big Planars, $1,500, audiophiles, listening, putting on, music from the 70s and drinking whiskey and bullshit. And they've tried to make gaming headsets before. And they were great. They were just okay. But the MAXWELL, which, by the way, terrible name. I don't like the name MAXWELL. I mean, I could think of some characters named Maxwell, but it's like, whatever. Doesn't matter. I saw these at there's a show in New York called Can Jam. There's a couple of them across the country, and they go there and audiophiles touch each other's peepees, and it's all great. And they had these set up, and it was a gaming headset. I'm like, oh, another one, Audeze, another one you're going to try to get out? But the difference was everyone liked these. Everyone who tried them liked these. I tried them, and I liked these. And I'm like, well, shit, what does that mean? So, do you want me to read the specs first? Because everyone's got a short attention span. So, 80 hours of runtime. 80 hours of runtime. And if you charge them for 20 minutes, you get a full day, which was probably like 8 hours of charge in them, which is insane. I actually don't know the actual. It says charge for 20 minutes and you get a full day of gaming, whatever that means. It doesn't mean 24 hours, but it certainly seems like a lot. They have 3 times the range of a normal headphone using the 2.4 gigahertz dongle. So here's the little dongle here wirelessly. We can wire it to a normal amplifier, which I'll do. And I wasn't sure if I believed it, so I had it playing here, corner of my house on this laptop. Then I got up. And I didn't walk over to the other side of the basement. I went upstairs, got some soup in my kitchen, and then went into my office. So this house is 50 feet by 50 feet. So the diagonal of that, plus up a flight of stairs through all that metal and wood and shit, and it never even blipped. So infinite range. Great. How do they sound, Zeos? Because that's the question. I have got a lot of headphones on my wall, and there's only one closed back planar headphone. The SJY over there with the dragon on it because it's super cool. These might be the best closed back headphone. And it's I can't put them in the same league as a standalone headphone that needs an amplifier and you got to put a DAC, because these are a gaming headset. You don't need any source. It's just USB into a thing, or you could source it like this if you really felt like it. You don't feel like it. It does Bluetooth. It's got microphones. It's all right. As an audiophile, for 1 second, gamers who have found your way here, give me 1 second. I got to talk to my regular audience, guys. These fucking headphones are fucking great. All right, the EQ, I have a 10 decibel bump on the bass, and they have some of the best bass I've ever heard in a headphone. Like, I was doing music, I got EQ profiles, we got 2496. This has got some shit. All right, back to gaming. So anyway, gamers, it comes with a microphone. And get this, because I've always said this about gaming headsets, because they always look stupid with microphones. You can actually take this microphone out, and there's still microphones. We're going to test that later. I'm going to use Telegram on this laptop to record a voice message from this microphone, then unplug it while we're recording the voice message, then use the built-in mics, and you'll hear the quality difference, because this does indeed sound better close to your mouth using the pop filter and everything. But you don't need to use this if you don't want to. You'll sound a little shittier, but you don't look like a tool with the thing, with the little black dick in your mouth. Like, ah. Welcome to Z Reviews, by the way. Feel free to subscribe. The build quality on these is absolutely fucking absurd. I've reviewed a few gaming headsets, and they were always like, that's nice. They're not. This is nice. This is actually aluminum and steel. Like, this is... There's very little on this that feels like it's gonna break, ever. The weirdest thing about them is the height adjustment. They've gone with the very, very old school audiophile leather strap with holes punched in it. So you literally get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different positions, 6. I think I can't do my statistics. So you literally just, there are 2 screws here and you push this down over it and then your headset is set. I'm in the middle on both. That seems to work good for me. It means they'll never get unadjusted. There's no pulling it down. There's no pulling it up. It just is. It's just leather and is. Articulation fully open that way. Only partially that way. All your controls are on the left side. The right side is actually pretty lonely over here. The pads, huge and comfortable. And what's under the pads, and I'm not... Is this... This might be... I have it. Oh, there it goes. That... For those of you who are on the I'm a gamer and I don't know jack shit about audio, that's a 90mm USA-made Planar. Planars are different. That's all you got to know. Regular speakers look like that. They have a magnet in the middle and it does this. Right? Do you want something doing this into your ear? That's what a normal headphone does. Planar has magnets in rows. These rows have magnets behind them or behind it on the other side. And it electrifies the grid pattern there and the whole thing is just like... It's I wouldn't say it's better because you could have better dynamics and better planars and electrostats, but it's rare as fuck to see one in a gaming headset. And usually if you make a good one, you can get a little more dynamics out of it. And dynamics means low end, dynamics means how loud it can get, things like that. I love how this is just a little twist lock. I hadn't actually pulled that off. That was a good luck that I did that. So they look a little boring for you gamers out there. I will link anime girl stickers. You could just put some anime titties on there or a Kiss logo, a big empty space. I believe that's one of the microphones though. So if you do put a sticker over this, just pop that hole out with a little, don't poke too hard, you bastards. You could also just get a fucking marker and write on it. Put a picture of a dick on it. In fact, I got a marker right here. Maybe I'll do that before the end of the video because these ain't going nowhere. Now, so boring right side, exciting left side. Left side's got everything. This is the microphone. Down is to mute all microphones, including the internals. So you have that unplugged in or not, that'll mute the microphones. You get your power button, which is also your play pause button. So we are currently hooked up with the dongle to this. If I hit this button, what is love? 12-inch mix plays. Okay, that's not normally a thing I think I see on gaming headsets, but you can use it for music because Audeze is originally an audiophile company. They just happen to be dabbling in this until they get it right. This also does, I'm going to bring up the app for a second. Hold on. This also does, I got to go to the device info. I'll give you my EQ that I prefer. Let's see. So the power button is hold for 3 seconds for power on and off, single press for play pause. Answered end calls, and if you double press it, it goes into the Bluetooth pairing mode. There's a lot of things that all these do in the app, which I only installed the app today. And if I would have installed this app when I first got these headphones, I would have made this review 3 months ago. Because this app lets you understand the features and play with some and understand the way it works. And oh my fucking God. This isn't just, first of all, best gaming headset, whatever, because it sounds the best. Best gaming headset for the features. But this is might be the best wireless headphone that exists on the planet Earth. Because it feels like someone who actually understood what people want built it. It's fucking wild. So moving off of the side onto the bottom, we have 2 wheels with push in and rotate. You have your 3.5mm auxiliary input, so we can plug this in. This currently says it's connected to USB. Let's see what happens when I do this. Aux. It says aux. A lady inside says aux. So now, this computer, I don't think it's controlling it. Let's give a check. Let me see one thing. No, literally, it's like, no, not connected. It's connected, but it's not connected. So now this computer here, with its foobar installation, which has to be on, oof. Yeah, you just feed it signal basically, and you still use the thumb wheel to control the volume. But I'll say this, I don't prefer this. Now I love this amplifier. It's a Rebel amp. It's made in, oh God, I'm gonna puke, Ukraine. It's Class A. It's super hi-fi audiophile shit. But the problem with feeding a headphone that's this deep into the digital section of things is thank you. You do not want to give it an analog signal. This is an analog signal. If you get an analog, to do all the magic it has to do, it has to turn it back to digital and then turn it back to analog. Ignore what I'm saying. Don't worry about it if you're a gamer. Just don't wire it. You can, however, wire it with USB. So if you want to just never kill your battery, even though it's 80 hours, or charge it while using it, you can use this provided, actually I don't like the way this is all bent and twisted, but there's a USB-C to USB-C cable. There's a 3.5 millimeter aux cable, which again, I have a much nicer one. And then I pulled out this expensive DD Hi-Fi USB cable for no reason. I don't believe in expensive USB cables, but my fucking God, it looks nice. And I was using this to this laptop because I didn't have USB-C to do audio and then a firmware update to it. So yeah, that's the 3.5 millimeter. It sounds significantly worse on it. I'd say 15-20% of just a downgrade once you plug into that. Here's your USB-C, which again is biased towards the front because you could use it as a wire to the computer. And then you've got your hole here, which is a very, very deep Morty, way up there Morty. 3.5 that's kind of buried, which has a locking side, so it'll go one way, and you could adjust your little thing with the pop filter. And then you have the AI noise reduction button, which does AI noise reduction. So they're a noise canceling headphone. Now we're going to get to the real interesting part. When you plug this in, it doesn't work this way on Bluetooth. Bluetooth is just basically you have a Bluetooth headphone. Next track, by the way, is, what is this? You double press this, single press and scroll next last track. Okay, so if I want to, I think this will work here. It gave me an error because I unplugged the thing. But if we get this playing again, come on, Gypsy Kings. So the volume control does volume. You can see you control the volume. If we press it in once and then scroll, next track. Volume again, press it in, scroll the other way, last track. So you get your next track, last track buried inside the volume control after one press. And then after two presses, wait, it'll scroll EQ presets. This is where you audiophiles come back in. Come over here, audiophiles. The DSP EQ on this is fucking amazing. And it'll tell you, like, here, wait, we can go to the thing. Stop it, mouse. This mouse is it's trying to stay. But it's a Rocat Kova. I'm literally getting lost, and it doesn't matter. So settings is not it. That's where you see the firmware, the Maxwell amp. We got to talk about the mixing. Here's the EQ I currently have set. I've got 10 dB on the bass, 32 decibels, and then 3, -2, 0, 1, 2, 1, -2, -3, -2. I got this wild curve, and that's preset 1. So if we double press and scroll, is it going to do it? No, I got to double press. EQ2. EQ2.
EQ3. EQ4. Audeze. Treble boost. Bass boost. Immersive. Competition. Footsteps. EQ1.
That's fucking 10 EQ profiles. 6 set up by Audeze and their own thing for treble boost, bass boost, immersive, competition, footsteps, whatever. Plus Audeze, which is just like their tuning. And you got 4 presets you get to fucking pick. And if you don't know what EQ is, just know that you can make the bass fucking slam or the treble kill you or anything in between. Maybe you just want to listen to like audiobooks. Audiobooks is a great example because if you listen to an audiobook on this and you're like, you know what, the garbage bassy voice is bothering me, you could just put it to preset 2. You can just kill the low end and maybe bump the vocal range, and then you have your preset for audiobooks. And you just have to get to it by double clicking and scrolling. You don't ever have to interact with this app once you're done with it. I'm just opening it to show you what's going on. I've got to pause it there. Next knob. That's literally, we've been through a switch, a button, and one knob. The next knob is the microphone knob. Usually it would just be the microphone volume. But not here, because this is a fucking Audeze product and someone was insane. So this is the game chat wheel. This is where shit gets real interesting. This is where Zeos, the man, the myth, and the legend gets intrigued by this because it's got such potential. So scroll up and down, adjust a mixture of two sources, game and chat. A single press plus scroll adjusts the side tone. Side tone, no, I've never heard of it referred to as side tone. It's got to be a gamer thing. Side tone is basically like outward exposure. Awareness mode, like Bose as aware or not aware, where you could hear from the mics what's going on in real life. Because this is a closed back headphone. You put it on. Maybe you got a baby, maybe you got a nagging wife, maybe you got a mom and a sister and a piece of shit, and either you don't want to hear any of the things they're saying, like fire, fire, or oh my God, I'm bleeding, or you have moderate concerns for people's well-being, or even better, maybe you live in a shitty neighborhood and someone's about to bust into your window and kick your ass. You want to hear that. So side tone is an adjustable amount of hearing outside the headphones, artificially opening them up. And that's adjustable and enableable again with the knob. And that's not even the knob's main purpose. I just explained side tone. You double press to turn side tone on and off. So the open world on and off. You press it once, then you could adjust how much side tone from 0 to 100. It's kind of annoying at 100. You hear so much. It's like I was literally sitting here fucking with this mouse wheel, like scroll, and I could hear the squeaking on it. I'm like, that's way too sensitive. The Drake, what? Come here. If you want to be famous, come be famous. He just wants to sit in that thing and scream. I think he sees ghosts. Anyway, now we know what USB, we know what 3.5. The AI noise reduction works pretty fucking well. I haven't taken it on a plane yet. I might. I'm going to the UK in a week. In fact, you might be watching this. I might be in the UK. But these are comfortable enough and sound good enough. I remember I said I was talking about how they sound. These are one of the best things Audeze's ever made for sound. And the reason they're that good is because they have the immense help of DSP. If you don't know this guy, DSP, he's a cool dude. He actually processes digital signals, and they're correcting their already competent driver to be even better. And then you can throw on an EQ and do even more shit with it. It's nutty. But now, the piece de resistance for everyone here. When you plug in either that, the little wireless dongle here, or this directly into the computer, and it also works for Xbox or PlayStation. There's two different versions. There's PlayStation 1. But if you plug it into a computer, and here's for the nerds, you get two devices that show up. You have to install this thing, and I was going to do this with a Project Melody video because she's an elite gamer, but we're going to see how bad that gets. This might be the worst thing I've ever done. I have to stop this whole video. Anyway, because I need a second source. In Windows, specifically Windows, you can have 97 things plugged into it. Well, I've got my this DAC and that DAC and this thing plugged over here, and I got a wireless headphones. When you plug this one headphone in, it comes up as two devices. It comes up as the MAXWELL chat and the MAXWELL game. And it's Twitch, thank God. Okay, perfect. Although this is probably like 4K and never gonna play. Great. Let's make her smaller. Small. Is it still Alt-Enter? What the hell's going on? Anyway. Ruining my fucking whole thing. Close that. Anyway, you get two devices that show up. And what I can do, because I have the software to do it, like Foobar here has a little setting I put atop. What do you want to output to? Well, I want to output to the game, Audeze MAXWELL. And my video player, or Discord, or Ventrilo if you're old school, or anything else can be set to the chat output. And then either in this app here with that knob, or on this here, you can mix between how much of one you want versus the other. And you could have nothing but music, nothing but Project Melody, a 50% mix, or anywhere in between versus whatever programs you want to use. And it will beep to let you know where you are. So we hit the end here. Hold on. That's all game. We're going to go to the middle. There's the middle. And did a lowly boop as chat. So you can just Mixamp virtually, because that thing there is telling this computer that I am two things. And you could send things independently. You could have a YouTube video playing over here, and your default whole computer is set to be the chat. And then you could set your game and your game options. You can go and be like, all right, no, you are Audeze game. And then if instead of having to raise and lower the volumes individually of anything, you just mix between the two. Just bounce it back and forth. That's fucking nuts. In fact, it's so crazy that this little fucking dongle does it that I'm waiting for actual DACs that I can buy and plug in USB to have that. I would pay for an audiophile setup where you drop that fucker on your desk and there's just a big knob that's like source 1, source 2 digital with one cable. I mean, they could even do it with two cables if they want to do fiber optic, but no, I'm talking about software-wise. Just I'm listening to source A, I'm listening to source B, somewhere in the middle, and here's my main volume knob over here, which is huge. That's fucking so convenient. You can't hear your friends yelling at you to go long A, bomb on long A. You just fucking turn the knob 2 clicks, and all of a sudden they have a little more bias towards the sound. That's dumb. This whole thing is dumb. You get your side tone controls here for letting the sound through. I did the sound demo for these. There's a sound demo if you want to hear what these sound like. I don't think it sounds pretty good, but I did it with Bluetooth because I was just too lazy to get a whole other laptop out and hook this up because this one doesn't get USB stuff plugged into it. I did a whole thing. It would be a much better sound demo if I sound demoed it with the dongle instead. And then I could fuck with the EQs, because here's the thing. The EQs are clean. Like, you think adding 10 dB of bass would just make it a big bloated mess, and it's not. I gotta do that thing where I show you the test. Hold on. Let's go in here. Let's go in here. What am I doing? All right, whatever. I'm gonna plug this in. I'm holding down the microphone button. Hello. This is a test of the extended arm microphone from Audeze, and I'm using it and we're gaming, and I'm getting it real close to my mouth hole. It's real close to my mouth. And now I'm gonna yank it out. I've yanked out the microphone. So now the microphone that's recording this part of the message is the internal microphones, the ones that you could use if you just don't feel like having the black thing. So let's see how the difference is. It's all right, we got that. Minimize this. Where's my phone? I have a phone. I put side tone on at 100%. It sounds weird as fuck. All right, shut that shit off. Let's do this. Hello. This is a test of the extended arm microphone from Audeze, and I'm using it and we're gaming, and I'm gonna hear it. I'm getting it real close to my mouth hole. Real close to my mouth. And now I'm gonna out. I've yanked out the microphone. So now the microphone that's recording this part of the message is the internal microphones, the ones that you could use if you just don't feel like having the black thing. Let's see how the difference is. It's maybe 90% as clear. So you don't need this. You could be an adult gamer who just... These are good if you're in a super noisy environment. Everything, you're just in an arcade from the 90s. And I know you don't remember arcades from the 90s. They were fucking loud. If you're in an actual LAN party, which I do occasionally attend, and people are screaming, it's like, yeah, fuck yeah, shoot him in the face, then this might come out to be helpful to, get it closer to you. So you don't have to scream and you could just talk normally and get everyone to hear you. But if you're home alone and it's a relatively quiet environment, you don't need this thing. You have both options. That's... What is that? That's the real question. Do you think they added... All right, I'm going to take a wild stab at this because I don't know. I haven't confirmed this. I haven't even asked this question. This side has 3 holes in it. You see them? Great. This side doesn't have 3 holes. But you know what it has? A ton of fucking holes in the bottom. Do you think Audeze has gotten so OCD about it that they know that this 3.5 is leaking air. And they know that this USB is leaking air. And they could even guess that that's leaking air, or maybe at around this. And they compensated to make the pressures even by opening up vent holes on the front and back of of just this side. That's care. That's attention to detail. Holy shit. I just saw it. I'm like, huh, those three 6 vent holes. Huh. Oh, because they know that air's leaking out of all of these. And they balanced it. They sound amazing. They, honest to God, sound amazing. They've got enough soundstage that I'm like, oh, this is a close back. But is it? Then you put on the side tone and you adjust the level just so. It comes default, by the way, because I only installed the app today. It comes default like 25, 30% side tone already on. And I was noticing it because I was like doing things and I could hear them. And I'm like, this shouldn't be that audible. And you pause the music and it's like, oh, yeah, it's a little bit. If you adjust the side tone level just so, you adjust your EQ to be a little more bass heavy. Just, I like a little more bass. A little, just like 10 decibels more. These are an amazing music listening experience on top of gaming. On fucking top of gaming. Let me level with you gamers. Gaming headphones don't exist. All right? You think they do, they fucking don't. Gaming headphones are a myth, and they made up to make money for companies that make shit headphones and charge way too much. Audeze is a company that makes very, very, very expensive headphones that are kind of worth it. I'm not going to say all of them are. I've had some bad issues in the past. But, you know, at least I know that they have a focus on sound quality, and they gotta weigh out, like, well, we're going to use grain leather, and we're going to use wood, and we're going to make it expensive because it's expensive. Any headphone, any of those, any of them will game. All right? That's not what we're looking for. For the acoustical aspect of gaming, you just need to make the sound go. What this does is strap that, which, by the way, I want to point out, these are fucking heavy. They're heavy because they're all aluminum steel, but they're comfy, so that's fine. But any of those headphones will play a game. But none of those headphones will mix between sources, be wireless for 80 hours, and give you so many options for connectivity between Bluetooth, the dongle, direct plug, 3.5. These are only a gaming headset because they're the most convenient thing for gamers. You could definitely get as good a sound out of another $600 headphone over there. But the fact that these are $300, that's where that DSP comes in. That's where the magic of fuckery comes in. So if you're an audiophile watching this, which I'm assuming at least partially my regular audience is, and you're looking for a closed-back headphone, Zeos is going to recommend these hard for normal audiophiles. And you're like, well, Zeos, I have all this amplifier equipment. That's fine. Use it for something else. Use it for COS KPH40. Linked in the description. This is a $40 headphone. And you know what? It's open back. There's no noise canceling, whether it's AI or not. I don't know why they made it AI noise canceling. Get the fuck out of my head, AI. But this is their $40 option for headphones. They're amazing. They're fucking perfect. They're light and they're cheap and But if you're looking for a closed back headphone and you just happen to maybe want some convenience, these are insanely convenient. And built like fucking, I'm gonna dent my table. They're tanks. They're literally tanks. So, what else do I gotta say about them? Fucking nothing. Buy them. If you're a gamer, buy them. If you have this sort of budget for $300, there it is. You're done. If you're an audiophile and you're like, I wonder which wireless headphone sounds best. Because I have the Bose, I have the Sonys, these. These sound better than those wholeheartedly. And the software, which, yes, granted, the software is on a PC, and you actually can get it on the phone, too. I didn't try it on the phone. But you can even do I didn't even get to that, because it's like you have to install a whole thing, and it'll do immersive mode on like your Xbox. This is... I'm gonna sign it. That's my Zeos signature. You know, that's it. I draw a dick there, but I want to save some room for an anime girl. These headphones are fucking astonishing. They're a technological marvel and a tuning marvel. And the proof that technology can fix a lifelong problem of just like, you know, it doesn't quite sound right. Fixed. Boom. So yeah, I'll link to literally everybody who carries them because Audeze sent me them directly. So you'll have Audio 46, you'll have Mimic, you'll have Amazon. You go in the description, buy them. If you like this channel and you want to see more gaming content, I do plan on doing, this might actually spark the game fidelity video I've been looking to start for 3 years now. That wallpaper, if you like the various salty anime cat girls, there's a wallpaper horde that if you go to that, you'll get like 2 gigs of wallpapers or 2.5 gigs. It's been a while now. So you can have them all synced to you because YouTube will think that's pornography and then I can't actually link to the imager because they suck. But a Patreon subscribe star, see these reviews early. So you are the first one out there. They'll never be out of stock. Participate in yard sales. Normally I sell the things once I'm done reviewing it. Like I keep a bunch, but I still sell 12, 15 items a month. Not these. No, I just signed them so fuck that. But yeah, I ship internationally for half shipping and free shipping to US and Canada. The third thing is the sound demos. I have sound demos these. I sounded them on Bluetooth. I apologize, but it was a fun little rant because I went all over my phone and I think they recorded well enough. You're going to get the real joy of these is dicking around with the EQ until you're happy. And for $10 a month, if you want to do that, you go to the private behind-the-scenes Telegram chat where you can talk to me directly, ask me questions directly. And once you're in that chat, you also get into a lifetime Swap Meet channel to buy, sell, and trade gear forever, even if you stop supporting me. So yeah, no, this is probably like hold on, how many minutes is this? 32 minutes. Anyway, this is a 32-minute video on a gaming headset that I fucking signed. That's a seal of approval. What is happening? I'm done. You're done. This is Matt.